On July 8th, the Cleveland Guardians were 15 and a half games back. And as of today, September 20th, they are 1.5 games back behind the Tigers. And this going from a 0.2% chance of making it last year and then making it to having a 99% chance of making it and then possibly collapsing at the very end of the season. It's the worst case scenario, basically.
Heartbreaking if you're a Tiger fan. And I seen a meme today where they're putting Paws, the Tiger mascot, on a gurney and wheeling him out. Well, I think that's how we all feel right now. But dude, when we talked about this weeks ago, and when they actually right after the second half began, and they were on that 6-game skid, won one game and then lost 6 more or something like that.
Yeah,
5 more.
That's when I kind of tuned out of this team.
I thought, yeah, they're gonna, it's just temporary. And I argued with you, oh, they're still a long way, and they were still, like 15 games ahead, or almost, or 15 and a half, or something.
Yeah,
like
they
that.
were 14 because Cleveland was in 4th place on June 8th.
Wow.
They were behind KC and Minnesota. Minnesota ended up selling at the deadline. KC made like one move, and
we did nothing, which we bitched about the whole time.
And my whole fear about this team from the first half of the season was that when their bats go cold, they just can't do anything. They don't have a person who can come in and get those hits when no one else is, and it's still like that. And I think I saw a video on Twitter earlier today about Riley Green and the fact that he has 190 some strikeouts this year, broke the record for the most strikeouts in Tiger history. And I saw them comparing him to the Guardians' best player, J-Ram. And he's got like 100 less strikeouts and 4 less home runs. And I just think about that, like, that's the main reason they're playing well. He's not striking out. It's just this whole team just seems like they can't hit.
Well, we were at the game this previous earlier on Wednesday. We're recording Saturday, and it looked like they were all swinging for the fences. And that was the first game I think I'd ever been at. They didn't have a single home run on either team, but we still lost.
Yeah, Tigers didn't even score, did they?
No, they were completely shut out.
Yeah.
And then they give up runs late, and it ended up being, I think, 5-0.
Yeah, they put I think it was Chris Paddock in, and I even told Dan, my sister's husband, that when Paddock's in, this game is lost. They're giving up the game.
Oh, we did.
He ended up giving up another run or two.
Well, Flaherty kept us close.
Jack had a great game. He had like 96 pitches. I was very annoyed. They didn't let him go out there and get one more out.
Yeah, I would have rather
extend it. But I do understand. But the thing is with Jack is he plays to his opponents. Like, if his opponents suck, he's gonna suck. It's just kind of the way he's been this year. And if his opponents are good, he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. He was against a good opponent. They should have let him go out there again because the reliever comes in.
Challenge.
Yeah, the reliever comes in and immediately gives up a run the very next inning that Jack is out. And I even said, I was like, where's Jack? Like, why isn't he out? And just give him one more out, like one more out that the bullpen doesn't have to get. And if he gives up a hit, the bullpen's already kind of sucks. Like, they're going to do what they're going to do. So why don't you have the guy who's got the best chance of getting an out, let him go out there again? He's thrown 120 pitches before. He can go up to 110, let him get one batter. I don't know. It was really annoying.
It was, and really the crowd was into it, but they were more into the old man dancing in the stands than they were he got a bigger pop from the crowd than the
biggest
Tigers
pop
did.
of the night.
And every time they panned back to it, must have been 10 times or more.
Yeah.
Every single time the crowd went nuts because he was dancing in the stands. And, and it was a fun game. They probably had well over 30,000 there, but it didn't have the same feel it did last year when we were on the verge of making the playoffs. I think because everyone's just
such a different team. Like
they were hungry.
They were excited.
Yeah.
Like they
And nobody expected it. This year we expect it, and we might get disappointed, but we still have a chance to make it. There's still, 9 games left, I believe, but we still got some against Cleveland. Cleveland is hot right now. They won 9 in a row.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about Cleveland. The Tigers have lost,
eliminated us last year too,
5 in a row. They're
from the
2-8
playoffs.
in their last 10. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Cleveland's got our number right now, and we got 3 games against them
They've
left.
had our numbers since basically the rebuild, since around 2016 when they sold at the deadline when they should have bought, and they ended up finishing with an over 500 team, almost 190 games.
If we had the Detroit Tigers of the first half, well, before their 6-game skid, that went into the second half.
Yep, that was second half.
Well, they started the losing streak I think they lost 1 or 2 to in the first half, though. I remember correctly.
I don't remember.
Because we came back. When they came back, they were still on a losing streak.
I don't really care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But either way, if we had the first half Tigers back, they're going to walk all the way to the World Series, I think. But we are so far from that team right now. I think we're playing 500 ball the last 50 games or somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Which is not what you want when you're going down. You're in the race right now. You're still the first place team, but your lead is dwindling. You have to step it up. You can't lose anymore. So that's where we're at with them.
I was looking at the games at the beginning of the month, seeing, how can they win 90? Let's see. And now I'm looking at the next game. Let's see if they can beat the Atlanta Braves or the Chicago White Sox or the Miami Marlins, and it's disappointment after disappointment.
They had the best record in all of baseball at one point. They were on pace to win over 100 games, and
they were like the first to 40 wins, first to 50 wins, and then the fucking
really trailed off.
The Brewers, they're at 94 wins right now, and they've been the best team in baseball since trading for their first baseman.
Yeah, it's disappointing if you're a Tiger fan. You're on the edge of your seat right now, just kind of nervous about what's happening. They can't keep losing, and I mean they have a shot to win the division still. But if they keep playing like this, they're gonna end up second place, and they're gonna whole season wasted.
Yeah.
I mean, to me anyway, or just barely make it with a wild card, which if they get in, great, because they went to the World Series in 2006 by making the wild card. But again,
that's the only thing that I keep repeating. They did this same dumb shit in 2006. Like, that's the only thing.
But 2006, 2003, we had arguably,
as well.
2003, we lost, 120 games? Probably one of the worst Tiger teams in history.
Tied the record. I think it was like 119.
Yeah, so we went from that many losses in 2003 to the worst team in all of baseball to World Series team in 2006. And then, so this is new to us again, although we got spoiled by we had the best pitching staff in baseball. But if you remember back in that run where we had 4 playoff appearances in a row and we were a hell of a good team, 2 World Series appearances within like a 10-year stretch from 2006 to 14, something, or 2012.
Yeah.
So a 6-year stretch. We had 2 World Series appearances with Jim Leyland, and we didn't win, obviously, but we got spoiled by that team. It still had the best pitching staff in baseball, except for our bullpen was always the scary part of it, and now it still is.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a couple good stories. We don't have that pitching staff that we had back then, but we've got the best player.
We don't have
we have the best pitcher in baseball.
Year.
Yeah, well.
Which, like.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Because you have to have good pitching beats. Our Tiger announcers always used to say that good pitching beats good hitting every time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got lights out pitching staff, it does, but we don't have that anymore. And the hitting is different this year. There's a lot of rule changes in the last few years that now the balls are flying out of the ballparks. We got guys hitting 50 again, like the steroid era. Yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah, they made so many changes. The bases got
and it's not pitcher friendly. But we still
zone got smaller.
And I still think, despite what some of the critics say, I think Skubal is probably the best pitcher in baseball, or at least he's got to be top 2.
GM says,
which is why would you badmouth your own team, your own players, even if they're going to trade him?
I quote tweeted this when I saw that tweet, and I said he's literally trying to manufacture people being okay with him with the Tigers not signing him back.
You have to be because they're going to be pissed like we were when they traded Verlander.
They're
but-
literally like preemptively saying like he may not be the best guy on the market, and it's like he is. He just is. Like,
But to me, that's shooting
he
yourself
said
in the
that
foot.
there's not a
Yeah.
Tarek Skubal window, like because people always say that with Aaron Judge or Shohei. Like these are the windows of these players that you need to build a team around because you have a chance to win. And Skubal is definitely one of those players. It's like Shohei,
Oh, yeah.
Judge, Cal Raleigh.
Well, it's not working for the Yanks either, but yeah,
Well, they got there last year. They
they did.
They got Jazz Chisholm too, which we're going to talk about him later. He's having
a
an
great
amazing
year.
Yankee
Yeah.
career.
Well, I think, yeah. But if you, why badmouth the guy? If you're trying to get a top dollar for him, top dollar, you don't.
I mean, I get it. He's just trying to like lessen the blow for fans.
He doesn't want the
'cause
Detroit fans to riot, which we
Yeah.
very well could if
Which,
they get rid of him.
I think they're going to riot because of his indecision to do anything at the trade deadline.
Yeah, that's the worst thing. Why? You said
They
it the
got
whole
Chris
time.
Paddock. They got Chris Paddock, and that's basically it. And a 40-year-old Charlie Morton. Like I like Charlie. He's a good dude, but I said it when they got him. He's not a trade deadline starter. He's a glorified AAA starter at this point. So is Chris Paddock.
Well, to be fair, at the trade deadline, we were still the best record in baseball.
yeah, and
Wait.
at
The trade deadline came after the All-Star break. So
Yeah,
at the All-Star break, we're the best team in baseball. But yeah, you said it then, and I agreed. But it would have been nice to make. You have the option. You should have made a trade.
and I said at the time, maybe they see something that we don't, but they clearly didn't.
They did not. No.
They just got a cheap little acquisition to try to make it seem like we did something, and they made their team worse. I saw so many fucking tweets. Like, how do you make a couple trades and your team ends up this bad? Like, it's ridiculous.
Yep. So I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about these guys other than we'll know in a week whether how the Tiger season is going to shape up or not. But it doesn't look good for them right now. They still have a shot,
2-8
but they need to
in
pull their
last.
head out of whatever they stuck it in, out of their sand or their rear end, and start playing like they did, a few months ago, a couple months ago.
Feel like they think they can win.
Looks like, yeah. And in 2024, it was like, oh, we believe it. They can win. It looked like any given time they can beat anybody.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for a couple bad pitches, they might have made a deeper run into the playoffs last year. Cleveland is the one that knocked us out, which infuriates me. It makes me mad. They could be the
They've
one to
been
knock us
our-
out this year.
Yeah, they've been our biggest rivals since the rebuild happened.
Yeah. Screw the
They-
Guardians. It's time to kick their butts
Fuck
in the next
Cleveland,
season.
Fuck
Yeah.
Ohio in general.
Yep. All right. Well, I think enough said on that. Let's get into it.
Yep.
Welcome, sports fans, to Everything Sports with Bill and Will. We got a lot to talk about. We've already talked extensively about the Tigers,
Boo.
and since they're still in first place, but I think
Still boo.
still boo. This is a good time to talk about the MLB standings if you want to get into it and who clinched.
The only team that's clinched a division title so far is the Philadelphia Phillies with the Mets' epic collapse. They were leading a big portion of this season, and I'm pretty sure the Mets are going to finish at least at or over 500 because they're at 80 wins right now. But signing Soto for essentially $1 billion with all the incentives, if he gets it, which I'm pretty sure he's going to. He's already at his career high in homers and a bunch of other stuff this year. But yet, like I said when they signed him, signing Juan Soto isn't going to fix the Mets. Like, they got worse. I'm pretty sure they won their division last year. Like, it's very disappointing to see the collapse of the Mets. Actually, no, the Mets were a wild card team last year. But still, going from that to possibly missing the playoffs after signing the biggest free agent of the offseason for about $1 billion, it's kind of crazy. And the only other teams because I'm pretty sure there's no AL teams that have officially clinched yet. But the Brewers and Cubs have both clinched a spot in the wild card from the NL Central. The Cubs are 6 games back from the Brewers. I'm pretty sure they're not catching them unless the Brewers have a historic collapse, which
Tiger collapse.
yeah, worse.
Well,
than
how
the
many
Tiger
losses
collapse.
how many losses are we at? I think right now
We are
we got
at
swept by the Guardians. We got swept, or we're
85 and 70,
last 10. Where are we though?
8-2.
2-8.
Or, yeah, 2-8 rather. Sorry. Um,
Wow.
yeah, they've lost
Well,
5 in a row as well.
I was gonna say they lost a bunch in a row because they got swept by Cleveland.
They also got swept by the Pirates earlier this month, I believe. They lost 2 out of 3 to Milwaukee to the Cubs, not the Cubs, the White Sox, and then they lost 2 out of 3 to the Marlins as well.
Well, hopefully Cleveland's other opponents can kick their butts. That way, even if we lose, we don't lose really any ground.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they have a soft schedule, so I don't
Well, I
don't
mean,
think they're doing
if they're
that.
playing us, they got a soft schedule too.
Yeah.
Swept at home too. That's the thing that gets me. At home, they should be
Swept at
killing it
home.
because all
They
the Tiger
showed
stats,
no fight.
all the Tiger stats. When you're looking at him, oh, he bats 267 here, when his overall average is lower. I don't even remember who it was. Oh, he bats. He does
Yeah.
this good at home. He's batting 300. Well, no, they're not. They
Yeah.
didn't in that game anyway.
They just seem scared
Average
of
is only an
Cleveland.
average. Yeah, it looks like they don't have the fight. They're not hungry like they were last year, and the crowd really wasn't into the game. They were more into the music and an old guy dancing.
Yeah.
So it is. Well, oh, go ahead with the standing. Sorry.
I was basically done. There's just one more. The Dodgers are the last team to have clinched so far. They, I believe, did it yesterday. Kershaw's final start at Dodger Stadium, which will transition us
Woohoo.
perfectly into
Yeah,
our next topic.
Good job. Into
Uh,
a good career. Yep.
Yeah. The one thing I will say about this is it did piss me off. I bought the MLB subscription after we went to the game, and I went to go watch the game yesterday for the Dodgers. Kershaw's final start at Dodger Stadium. They made a huge deal about it all week once he announced that he was retiring. I go to click on the game to watch, and it says Apple TV exclusive. Like, fuck
That
you.
is
That's so
BS.
ridiculous. I paid $31.26 for this fucking subscription, and it's behind another paywall for Apple TV Plus.
Well, when we had cable,
Just
even
bullshit.
it is. When we had cable, even we had to pay all this
Yeah.
a couple $100 for cable and internet, and then you still have to pay for
Yeah.
the Detroit Sports
Well,
Network,
no, yeah,
which is
because we
ridiculous.
didn't, because whatever company we went through, I can't even remember what it was now. They didn't. Their contract with Detroit, the Tigers, expired, and they didn't renew it. So they ended up going streaming, like basically exclusive. I'm pretty sure you can still get it on a couple of cable things, but it's all FanDuel Sportsbook,
Yeah.
which is just dumb as hell. But yeah, that just really pissed me off. The most important start of the year, basically, for like sentimental reasons, and it's behind a paywall. A separate paywall on top of the paywall that you already have to pay to watch the games. It was just a bit ridiculous. But Kershaw had his final game, ended it with a very questionable strikeout, but hey, who gives a shit? It's par for the course. Rafael Devers was not happy, though. He's the final strikeout of Kershaw's career, and it was not close. Well, it was kind of close, but it wasn't really that close.
Well, either way, so that was his final start at Dodger Stadium. He might get one more start,
Yeah,
right? Or
I
was it-
think he'll get one more start. It was
On
his
the
final
road.
one at Dodger Stadium. It was pretty cool. They ended up winning 6-3. Let me pull up Kershaw's stats. He went 4 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 4 walks, and 6 strikeouts. So he was still pretty dominant. He has a 3.55 ERA for this year, which is at 37 in your final season. That's pretty damn good. I mean, just an absolutely legendary career. He has 3 Cy Youngs, an MVP, Triple Crown, 11-time All-Stars, Gold Glove, a 2020 and 2024 World Series champion, 5-time ERA title, and a recipient of the Roberto Clemente Humanitarian Award. On top of that, for a career, he's got 222 wins, 96 losses. He's 10-2 this year, which is just crazy for a final year. He's got a 2.54 career ERA,
It's
which
amazing.
would be the lowest. I'm pretty sure that would break the record for the lowest ERA for a pitcher in baseball history over a career. He's got 434 games, 453 games and over 3,000 strikeouts. Just one of the best players in baseball history. Top 20 all time in strikeouts.
Yeah, he would be in the live ball era. He might be the lowest, but
Yeah. People don't really count the 1800s baseball stats. as
Ed Walsh had a 1.816 ERA.
Yeah, even
2,900 innings or 200. Yeah, it says 2,900 innings pitched.
Yeah, even in the MLB app they show all of that stuff, but I'm pretty sure the
Smokey Joe Wood.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't know what year he played though. But Christy Mathewson was 2.13. Tommy Boyd was 2.13. 8.
What the hell is he? Oh, there.
Walter Johnson. Mariano Rivera was 2.209. So really, no, what's his ERA?
2.52. Talking about for starters, which that's not true for. I'm on the MLB's web or the MLB app, and
Mariano's not number 13.
Mo is not on this list. No, number 13 is Larry.
Damn, AI gets again. It's probably it. Or it says, it is AI. Ed Walsh is still number 1, though, right? At 1.86, 1.81?
1.82.
Well, this is with pitchers with at least 1,000 innings pitched. So, yeah, I don't know why.
I'm pretty sure that's how they always count it.
Yeah, the closer was on there, though. Maybe that's why he wasn't on there, because I doubt the closer's got 1,000 innings, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Koufax is 51. Ford is 49. Satchel Paige is 47. Damn. 274. But yeah, I don't know how they quantify this for the MLB app. I think it's just total career.
Yeah. Okay. Well, either way, yeah, he's one of the greatest of all time. ERA wise, too. I mean, that's
just crazy.
That's what wins the game
all time.
Yeah.
He is 20th all time in strikeouts. Will probably
which is still amazing.
Finish there. Yeah, I don't think he'll pass Schmaltz. Yeah. He's another 40 strikeouts. He got 45, something around that this year.
Yeah, if he's only got one start left, so probably. Still the 20 greatest of all time is strikeouts. And strikeouts don't win games. They're exciting, but they don't win games. It's the ERA that really you keep the runs low.
And the wins. Well, the wins is the team's.
But that ERA is amazing.
But ERA, I want to check his ERA plus and see what it's at.
Yeah, his ERA though is amazing, and he's definitely surefire Hall of Famer.
He's got a 154 ERA plus. That's really
even
good.
with the shit baseball writers we got. He's still They might. One or two might vote against him for some dumb reason.
It makes me happy that Ichiro called out the writer that didn't vote him in.
Yep. And, I don't know. We're not big fans of them. But anyway, some moron's going to probably vote against him too, which doesn't make any sense, but he probably will.
Which
but
who cares?
Still, look at that ERA. And how many wins did you say finished?
Like 222, which I really like because his number's 22. Which hopefully he'll win one more, but
Either way, still surefire Hall of Fame. With those numbers, there's no reason not to be in the Hall of Fame.
Nearly 3,000 innings, over 3,000 strikeouts, a 1.018 WHIP for his career. I mean,
300 wins is the pinnacle, but 220 is still damn good, and 3,000 strikeouts. We're not
seeing anyone get to 200 or 300 wins anymore. I
think it'd happen again, but not with the. Yeah, I mean, you got to do 20 a year for.
Yeah.
You got to be consistent.
Skubal might be able to do it, but I don't know. You slow down so much.
Yeah, you do. Well, you have to average 15 wins or more a year for 20 straight. Well, 15 a year on average is 20 wins. Or, I'm sorry, 300 wins for a 20-year career.
Giancarlo Stanton just hit his 450th home run for his career.
Oh, good for him.
That's a crazy tweet to get in the middle of this recording.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, good for him. And we're still waiting on the 400th, I believe, for, was it Bryce? Or
Harper.
No,
Harper.
Yeah, Bryce Harper. So uh, yeah, he said on 399 forever or 398. And he just said his 399th, I think, a week ago, which we didn't talk about because we're still waiting for the 400th and match. But I bet once he hits 400, then you're going to see him fly out left and right.
Yeah.
Just like when, what's his name? Cal Raleigh
Yep.
finally tied Mickey Mantle. Then he
Yep.
hit a couple more. He hit two in one
Two
game.
in one game the night that he.
And what's he
broke
at
the
now?
record.
55 for the
He's at
season?
56.
Which I don't know if we were
Which
going
is
to.
yeah, we're talking about that later. Yeah, he tied a couple of records with that. But yeah, Trout's at 399 still. He's
Yeah,
tied
Trout,
with
not
LK
Bryce.
Line. Yeah. Harper is I think like 350
I think
something.
he's. Did he just hit his
Harper's at
350?
363.
Yeah,
we
talked about him when he hit his
So
350.
did Freddie Freeman. He's at 364. And so did Manny Machado. He's at 368.
And we mentioned all of them before. And there's a lot going for, man, we got a lot of great players out there. And so good for Stan for hitting his 450th. That's a milestone. I mean, to me, he's a Hall of Famer too.
Yeah, I would say he is. I mean,
I think he'll hit 500 if he can stay healthy.
I don't think he will. He had a really good year this year, but he fucked up.
He was
his
injured
elbows.
too.
Yeah. He messed up his elbows in the World Series swinging because he swings as hard as he can, and he's a DH, so he's not running anywhere. That reminds me in the World Series him getting thrown out with the worst send call I've ever seen.
Yeah, well,
which because he just can't run. Like that's his whole thing. He can't run, but he still knows how
and
to
you would
swing
think the one
bat.
sending him would know what the capabilities of your player are. You don't send him if he can't run.
He had the ball in his hands before he rounded third base. Like,
That's pretty bad.
Oh, it's so stupid.
I'm sure we talked about it when it happened. I don't remember that specifically, but
that was last year. That was in the World Series.
Well, yeah, we didn't, not on the podcast. I mean, we talked about it in person with each other.
Yeah, we did.
I'm sure you bitched about it, and I said, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, we watched it downstairs.
Yeah, it's terrible. Well, anyway, it was an exciting series until, it was an exciting playoff. Even after the Tigers got out, they had some good games with the Yankees, but it's like the Yankees just give up. Well, it was bad managing too, though, but it's a whole other story.
Which got Kershaw a second ring, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Well, you want to talk Shohei?
Yeah, speaking of
he's an
Dodgers
incredible season.
getting a ring, he hit his 50th home run the other night, and it was, I think, almost on the anniversary of him getting 50-50 from last year, which kind of crazy. But that same game, he pitched 5 no-hit innings and went 2 for 5 with a home run. The Dodgers lost the game 9-6 against the Phillies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was Shohei pitches the game of his life, isn't allowed to go any further because he's still trying to build himself up. Goes 2 for 5, has a really, really, really solid game, and then they give up 6 runs the very inning that he leaves.
Well, Shohei, this would be back-to-back 50 homer seasons for him. I think he's got 52 right now. He leads
3 seasons in a row with 50.
Is it 3?
Runs.
Wow.
I believe so. I have to check.
And he leads all of the National League right now, and he only trails Cal Raleigh and
No, he does not lead all of the National League. Kyle Schwarber has more than him.
Oh, that's right. Cal's a Philly. Okay, never mind. You're right. Well, he's close. He's 52, and Kyle Schwarber has 53. Man, though, he's still, I think, MVP this year.
Shohei?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a
3.29
ERA.
And Schwarber's not got a great.
Yeah, Schwarber doesn't have a good average.
Would you say his average is?
Who, Shohei?
Yeah.
283, 52 home runs, a 1.013 OPS, which is second in baseball.
And then pitching wise, he's not a bad
He's
pitcher.
Got a 3.29 ERA, a 1-1 record, and 54 strikeouts because he only pitches like 3 innings per start because they're still building him up because he didn't have because he was rehabbing an injury.
But he threw. You had a mention on here that he had 5 no-hit innings and also went 2 for 5 with a home run. So he helped his own cause.
Yep, and then they blew the fucking game.
Oh.
It was
That happens.
the game that they gave up 6 runs the second he left. It was 9-6 against the Phillies.
Yeah, so the home run for Major League lead is Cal Raleigh with 56, Schwarber with 53, Ohtani's number 3 with 52.
Yeah.
Judge is not too far behind them all. I mean, with the little
Hasn't
limited
really been
season.
hitting recently.
Yeah, but he's got 48. Juan Soto's got 42.
Yeah. Which
But
I'm pretty sure that's the most in his career.
Since we're talking home runs, you want to mention Cal again?
Yeah, since you brought up Cal a second ago, he broke Mickey Mantle's record, the game that he hit 2 home runs, for the most home runs by a switch hitter in baseball history, which was 54. It's now 56 because he hit 2 that game. Which also, when he hit the second one, tied him for the most home runs in Seattle Mariners history, tied with the Kid. And it was really, really, really cool. They posted a picture of a little graphic of both of them doing their home run swings, and then it said Big Dumper meet the Kid, and it was a little cool
Ken
thing that
Griffey
they did.
Jr., for those that don't know, which I
Yeah.
think
They called him the Kid.
you're a baseball fan. I'm sure you know who Griffey is. Yeah. Griffey was so exciting to watch, stealing home runs from just seemingly out of nowhere. He was great in the outfield.
Ever game robbed a home run from Tiger Stadium.
Oh, that bastard.
Yep. It was who's the guy
I've seen him do it more than once.
Who's the guy that hit the home or hit the walk-off against Mariano Rivera in Game 7 of the 2001 World Series? Arizona Diamondback, really famous guy. I can't remember his name. He's the guy who hit the home run. It's not Larry Walker.
Larry Walker's the first one that come to mind, but
it's not Larry Walker. It's
you said he was a Rocky?
No, a Diamondback.
Oh, Diamondback?
2001 World Series.
I was in the Marines in 2001. I didn't watch a lot of or wait a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, you were overseas.
No, not what or
yeah, were you?
it was 03.
Randy Johnson won that game.
It was 03. I was overseas.
Okay.
Year the Tigers were terrible, and I watched the Yankees in Boston that season, in the mess hall at night because you could watch it at night. There was a 6-hour time difference between where I was in the Middle East
Luis
and
Gonzalez.
United States. Oh God, he was a
Luis
former Tiger. I
Gonzalez,
should have known that.
He's the one that Griffey robbed in his first game ever.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, at Tiger
Should have
Stadium.
known that.
It was in the right center field where the wall is a little higher.
Yep.
He literally scaled the wall, and I remember that call because in one of the MLB games they did an like Ken Griffey Jr. Version of it, and it had a bunch of famous calls, and that was one of them.
Seen Bo Jackson do it too. I sent you that video of Bo Jackson doing it, and then he threw an impressive. I think it was just showing all the things that Bo did. He was an incredible athlete, though.
Yeah,
such a good football player too, and yeah, Bo knows, or at least he did.
Bo does know.
Bo was awesome though. I still got his rookie card.
They also did an MLB or one of the NFL games. They had Bo on the cover. It was pretty cool. I think I still have that edition.
Hey, sports fans, if you're in the great state of Michigan and you're in need of roofing, siding, gutters, or insulation, there's only one place to call, and that place is Excel Home Improvement out of Romulus. With over 60 years in business, they are third-generation, family-owned, and veteran-operated. They manufacture their own gutters and trim, so they're able to keep costs low while providing superior quality with unmatched service. They cover all of southeastern Michigan, including as far north as Bay City, all the way down to Monroe, and from Lansing to Port Huron. So give them a call today. That's Excel Home Improvement, 734-941-2800. Speaking of Bo Jackson, I was just saying what a great player he was. He was cut short by injury, which happens to some of the best. But
especially if you play 2 sports.
Yeah, he played 2 sports. He had I think Deion Sanders might have been because Deion played 2 sports too for a little while.
Deion.
And one of them, I don't remember which one it was the first player in history to get a touchdown and a home run in the same week. I think it was Bo, but it could have been either one. Doesn't matter. Not worth looking up, but he's not. That's why he's not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame or the Pro Baseball Hall of Fame, but he is in Kansas City Royals Hall of Fame. Which
he should be. They should make a just sports Hall of Fame.
Yeah, and Bo played only 8 seasons of baseball, which I didn't even realize. He fell short of the 10 years.
Yeah, the 10-year
to make the
eligibility requirement.
But
Yeah.
Royals inducted him last year, but he's in the College Football Hall of Fame too. But I do think when
Which
you're
I
that
don't-
good,
Yeah.
man,
I think they should be able to make an exception. He played 2 sports.
yeah, for crying out loud, he was
should do like at least an honorary thing, like just to honor
they should
him
make
in
an
some
exception
way.
because Bo Jackson was there. He was so good. They had the Bono's commercials out
That was
everywhere.
literally the
Bono's
in the Madden
everything.
game,
Yeah.
the cover
could do
of
everything.
it said Bono's.
And just the athleticism. He played hard. That's probably why it led to some of the injuries. But
The fastest throw I have ever seen. It doesn't like they talk about like a throw being like a frozen rope. It doesn't move.
it was, yeah.
It's straight to the plate every single
Yeah.
time, and it is amazing to see.
Well, and if you've seen, I remember that video I seen you. The guy ran up the friggin' outfield wall one way and back down. It was the most
That's
incredible
my favorite
thing.
clip of him.
It's so, and I don't even think that was considered number one. The throw was number one.
No,
but
yeah, the throw was definitely number
The
one.
throw
but
was
that's
impressive,
still
but
just,
to
like, crazy
me-
athleticism. Because to do that as a bigger dude, you have to have such body
Yeah.
control,
Well,
and it's
think about it.
crazy.
There's good arms in baseball, but how many people can do what he did? And I think Griffey might have been able to, but Griffey never even did
Yeah.
something like that. He ran up the friggin' wall and
Yeah.
back down. It was so
Well,
impressive.
Like Griffey has had like the one catch
Griffey's
in
incredible.
Seattle where he scales the wall, does a complete extension, leaps up.
Oh yeah,
He
but this was
straight up
different.
Surfed the wall and did a little
Yeah.
curve and came back down. It was dope as hell.
It was so impressive. That's why we're talking about it now, even though he's
it's still one of the most
not
athletic
current, but-
things I've ever seen anyone do. It's crazy.
I would
Full
watch that over and
speed,
over again.
full
Yeah.
sprint, just-
To me, that should have been number one, but the throw was still super, super impressive. But good God, when you do stuff that I've never seen anybody else do in a game, put that number one.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Well, like that, the throw was so good because
I know, but
it was from the warning track to home plate. I've never seen anyone make a throw like that.
it was impressive.
And it was perfectly accurate too. It wasn't like they didn't have to run and go grab it. Like it was perfect.
I get it, but the highlights are full of good throws. But yeah, that was superb.
Yeah, that was one of the best throws.
But I
I've ever
really,
seen.
to me personally, I think because something I've never seen that definitely not only make the highlight reel. I think it should have been number one, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But while we're on incredible feats, Aaron Judge breaking his own record.
Yeah, well, technically, it was A-Rod's record first. He just tied it last year, which he has 19 first-inning home runs this season. That is the most in any season in MLB history, breaking a tie with himself and Alex Rodriguez from 2001. So just another thing.
Well, it's always good to
On
start
top.
the team off with a run real quick.
Yeah,
But when they waste it, kind of like they first pitch of the
the
game,
Yankees have wasted it a lot this year.
and not to go back to the Tigers, but that pissed me off. The very first swing of the bat, wasn't like the first batter only. It was the very first pitch. Our leadoff hitter got a double to start the game. What's his name?
Parker Meadows.
Parker Meadows,
And then
thank
they
you.
took him out in the 6th inning, and he's
Yeah.
one of the best defensive
And then we got a double
players.
late in the
He's
game
one of the
too.
only
and-
spark plugs that we have, and they took him out
yeah, I didn't like
to
that.
pinch hit.
But we wasted it too because they couldn't get him. They couldn't get it across home plate.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to but Judge, good for Judge. And actually, we still got enough games this season. He might hit it. He might break it even more. He
Yeah,
said
he
he's
might hit
tied
another
right now.
one.
He might actually break
No,
it.
he broke it. He broke it. He broke
Oh,
the
okay.
tie with himself and Alex Rodriguez. So he.
Okay, so it's his record alone. Well,
yeah,
he might add to it
was-
then.
Yeah, which if he gets 20 first inning home runs, that's crazy. Because I remember twice this
And they're
year.
still not
they've
in first
had-
place.
Yeah, twice this year in the first inning, they've gone back to back to back with, I believe it was Judge, not Soto, Goldschmidt, and then Cody Bellinger. I think
Oh.
they did it twice. I think their catcher as well might have had one of those. But yeah, they've done that twice as well this year. And speaking of the Yankees, moving on to Judge's teammate, Jazz Chisholm Jr., he hit 30 last night and has been one of the most consistent players for the Yankees since joining them. But
Power and speed.
yeah, since the start of the 2024 season, only 3 players have 50 home runs and 70 stolen bases. They are Shohei Ohtani, Jose Ramirez, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. Jazz is the least on that list, but still, to be third over this span is crazy. Shohei is first, obviously, has 102 home runs and 77 RBIs in less than 2 years, or 77 stolen bases in less than 2 years, which is crazy. J Ram has 67 home runs and 78 stolen bases. And then Jazz has 52 home runs and 70 stolen bases.
Still,
it's crazy. There's so many people that love the Yankees, and even the first comment on this post is he sucks, he's bad. He's one of the best players in baseball, especially since joining the Yankees. Over his last 162
someone's
games,
always going to be
this was
critical.
as of September 13th.
Yeah.
He had 40 home runs, 97 RBIs, 99 runs, and 823 OPS and 48 stolen bases. That was his first 162 games as a Yankee. That is elite. That is literally a little bit worse in production numbers, but more stolen bases than Juan Soto had last year. Like, that's better production than Juan Soto.
Yeah.
Overall, adding
There's
48 stolen bases.
Yeah, there's always going to be a critic, though. But
yeah, but it's so every single time he does something good, they post a graphic or whatever. The first 10 comments are always, why do they still have all this other bullshit? It's like, he's good. He's just good. And it's really annoying to see Yankee fans be this stupid about it.
Yankee fans are always critical, though, I think.
They're just dumb. Like, some of these people that like the Yankees, they've been spoiled their entire lives and are just stupid when it comes to how actual, like, teams are and how teams operate. It's just very annoying and very
27
stupid.
world championships.
Yeah, and it makes them all dumb.
Yeah.
Which Chisholm he's got a pretty good season, even though the average is down, 241 average for the season. He's got an 814 OPS, which is really good. 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases, 77 RBIs.
I mean, that's production.
Yeah, that's really good. And,
and you add that to Judge, that's really good.
Yeah, and not even just Judge. Bellinger at 29 home runs, a 273 average, 97 RBIs. Then Trent Grisham, 238 average, which is not that good, but 33 home runs, 77 RBIs, and an 819 OPS.
Stanton.
On top of Giancarlo Stanton, who missed 3.5 months, having a 270 batting average, 21 home runs, and a 921 OPS.
Damn. That's pretty good.
And then they have Ben Rice, their first baseman, with 23 home runs and an 813 OPS.
They should be winning more.
And then they have Austin Wells, their catcher, 216 average, 21 home runs, 712 OPS. And then Anthony Volpe, even though he sucks fielding, he's got 19 home runs and a 77 RBIs, 17 stolen bases. Like, he's their worst offensive player. And he's better than most players on every other team.
They've got impressive hitting stats, but good pitching beats good hitting every time.
The problem with the Yankees is that they have 3 pitchers currently going through Tommy John. Their best pitcher, Garrett Cole. Their rookie just came back, Luis Gil, from Tommy John. And I believe they have one more player down as well. I can't remember off the top of my head who it is, and this shit's not loading either. It's Clark Schmidt. That's who it is. He's also out for the season. So the Yankees have just had a lot of problems with their pitching. And on top of that, Devin Williams has been the worst closer in Yankees history since basically ever. That's not entirely accurate. I'm pretty sure their closer from last year was worse. But Devin Williams has a 5.12 ERA over 58 innings. So
yeah, it's terrible.
Going from Mo to Aroldis Chapman to Luke Weaver to that is really bad. And I know I'm leaving out last year's abysmal closer, but Clay Holmes is a name that should not be mentioned anymore in relation to the Yankees. Transitioning into the NFL now, the Detroit Lions put belt to ass on Sunday against the Chicago Bears, winning by over 30 points. The final score was 52-21. And Jared Goff had an amazing game.
Well, we needed that win after the loss and, week one.
After getting blown out in week one. Jared Goff had 334 passing yards. And, the Lions played very well.
Played like the team that we expected them to be, so good for them.
He had an 82% completion percentage, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, and a rating of 156.0, and just a much better start. Over 100 yards more passing, no interceptions, didn't take a sack after taking 4 in the week one loss.
Yeah, it makes me feel a heck of a lot better after week one, coming in and stomping them in week 2. So good job, Lions.
Yeah, they played very well. The team looked solid. And Jared Goff is looking really, really, really good. They play the Ravens next. Believe Monday night.
Monday night is the next game. I'm not sure who they play.
Yeah, it's Monday night. And Jared Goff is tied for the most touchdown passes in the NFL right now. So I'm feeling pretty good after game 2.
Yeah, me too.
Moving on to the next game, the 49ers have ruled out Brock Purdy for a little bit with turf toe, and former Patriots quarterback Mac Jones came in and balled out. 279 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and looked very, very, very well in the 26-21 win over the Saints. And just a really, really good performance by a backup and really good player. Next game, we're going over to the Patriots and Dolphins game. The Patriots pulled out a pretty solid win, their first win of the season. Ramondre Stevenson didn't play as well as I thought he would running the ball, but he did have 88 yards receiving. Led the team in receiving and rushing yards. And the most notable portion of this game is back-to-back punt return for touchdowns. The Dolphins did it first, and the Patriots came right back and tied the game up again. Literally back-to-back plays. It was really, really cool. And Patriots ended up pulling out a very close one.
Good job, Patriots. Are you still Patriots fan or Patriots fan?
Yeah, but they've been sucking so much that I'm not even.
Well, I think you liked them when they had Tom Brady, and Gronk, and
when they were
incredible.
Dynasty.
Yeah, and at the time it was okay because the Lions weren't anything close to making the playoffs for several years during the Patriots run.
Yeah,
at least
they got the former Patriots defensive coordinator, and everyone thought everything was going to change, and then it just got worse, and then the Patriots ended up signing him back, winning another Super Bowl. It was
so maybe it was us, not him.
Yeah, and then they trade Matthew Stafford, and they get 3 first
Stafford
round
wins
picks.
the championship. Yeah.
After Stafford wins the championship, then they beat him in the first game of quarterbacks being traded, playing each other. And lastly, we're going to talk about the Cowboys Giants game, which from the win probability thing on ESPN's website, it is straight up and down for everything after the third quarter. It is straight up and down. And at one point, the Giants had a 92.3% chance of winning. And at one point, the Cowboys had a 95.9% chance of winning. And it was a very back and forth game. Russell Wilson played the game of his career only to throw up one of the worst interceptions I've ever seen. He was playing literally the game of his career, and in the final play, just saw a dude in his face, and instead of taking the sack or throwing the ball away, just threw the ball straight in the air, and it ended up costing the Giants the game.
Whoops.
Yeah, it was something. And the Cowboys ended up winning a game that they should not have won, and it makes Dak Prescott look good. So, whatever. But yeah, the Giants are very bad.
All right, sticking with the NFL, we've got some injuries to discuss. Chiefs wide receiver Xavier Worthy now has been ruled out for Sunday night's game and is not traveling with the team.
Yeah, that one's a little. We talked about that last week. It's a big crusher for the Chiefs. They've already been struggling on offense, and Travis Kelce ran right into Worthy and injured his shoulder on a play. I'm pretty sure we talked about that last week. But yeah, he's gonna miss another week, unfortunately. And with Rashid Rice already being suspended and not playing with the team for almost killing a pregnant woman while drag racing, the Chiefs are really struggling right now. And moving on, the Packers have officially placed Jaden Reed on the IR, and he will miss an indefinite amount of time.
And the Broncos are placing Dre Greenlaw on the injured reserve due to his quad injury. He's going to miss at least 4 games, which short season, that's a lot.
Yeah, that sucks for the Broncos.
Almost quarter of the season.
Yeah, it sucks for the Broncos. They need him a lot. And yeah, their linebacking core is already not that good, and that makes it worse. And speaking of another defensive player going down, Cowboys have added cornerback Trayvon Diggs to the IR as well due to his knee injury, and he is questionable for Sunday's game versus the Bears.
Yep, and according to an ESPN source, Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow will need toe surgery that will sideline him for at least 3 months. So
yeah, he's gonna miss the rest of the season.
Yeah, he's done.
What he's got, we talked about Travis Kelce a moment ago. He said on his podcast, him and his brother were talking about turf toe and how bad it is. It's got a goofy ass name, but it's a serious injury. And they explained it, how bad it is for an athlete to have it, because essentially it's a ligament or tendon, I can't remember, in your toe, and it's basically what helps you run. So he literally can't run, and so he's just going to be out for the season. And this is very, very disappointing for the Bengals, having Super Bowl hopes as they went to the Super Bowl in 2021 and lost to the eventual champion Los Angeles Rams. And yeah, the fucking Super Bowl curse strikes again. I think over the last 30 years, no quarterback who has gone to a Super Bowl and lost has made it back to one. And yeah, this is just very disappointing for the Bengals, as they had such an amazing season last year and just missed the playoffs after starting very badly. It looks like they're probably going to miss it again because I don't even know who their backup is, and it's definitely not near the caliber that Joe Burrow is as a player.
And Vikings running back Aaron Jones.
And next, Vikings have placed running back Aaron Jones on the IR as well. There's not a time frame on how long he'll miss, but that's a huge blow for the Vikings and a great thing for the Lions not having him on the field for when they play them. He's one of their best players. The offense runs through the running back core in Minnesota, and that's a devastating loss for them, but a plus for the Lions because they probably won't have to play him.
Yeah, it looks like a hamstring pull, but that could
Yeah.
be. I mean, that could be several months, or it could be.
Yeah, depending on how bad it is.
Might just be a strain, and it's it just needs some rest and some ice. But
Yeah.
it could be. Yeah, he could be out for a while. And the Bucs defensive lineman Kalijah Clancy tore his pec muscle, ending his entire 2025 season. So that's
Yeah,
it just sounds brutal.
he's one of their best defensive players. Yeah, one of the better young defensive players that the Bucs have, and that's devastating for them. I mean, their defense has already been through it the last couple of years, and this is just one more thing on top of that for them to deal with. And lastly, the Commanders have ruled out Jaden Daniels due to a knee injury for Week 3 versus the Raiders, and Marcus Mariota is going to start instead. One of the NFL's longest reigning veterans is going to get another start, and good for him. But Jaden Daniels, one of the most electrifying young rookies, took the Lions out of the playoffs last year. One of the most explosive rookies. Just that's terrible for them having him out.
All right, sports fanatics, thank you for joining us, and feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let us know what you think, and that pretty much wraps it up for us. Until next week.
And here's the random clip of the week.